Gilbert wants to teach you about makeup! Wouldn't he look hilarious though if he had like full-on hooker makeup with the big Lucille Ball lips and like Vegas girl eyeshadow or something? But he needs to go now because he's distracting. Now, I don't know about you, but it makes me completely nuts when I ask people if they can recommend any clothing stores, any makeups, or any hair products that are cheap but good. And then they give me like 3 stores or so, you know, or 3 brands, and then I go out and look for them. And I end up finding a plain white tank top that they want 50 bucks for, or a single eyeshadow this big and it's 35 bucks. I don't know in what world that's considered cheap. I know there's way too many ladies out there that are only being paid minimum wage or just above it, and they've got crap hours, or they're trying to go to school, and they don't want to spend half the paycheck they just earned on one blush or one bronzer. Now, I've tried both the expensive lines of makeup and the cheap lines. Everything from something as nice as MAC and Urban Decay to anything as cheap as like a dollar store brand lipstick and eyeliners. And before we go much further, I do have to burst a few bubbles and say, do not buy $1 makeup. That stuff is not good. It's basically like just drawing your face with a crayon. If you buy nothing but makeup that is literally $1, you are gonna end up looking like a clown that was caught in a rainstorm an hour later, and no one wants to see that. The drugstore products I've found that are really nice are usually less than $6 each, and I've tried them all out for you, so think of me as your drugstore brand makeup guinea pig. Let's start with the makeup that I'm actually wearing now. The first product that I used was by NYX. NYX is commonly sold in just about anywhere that you can buy makeup, anywhere from drugstores to the high-end places, and all over the internet. It's hard not to find NYX on the internet. So the first product that I start with in the morning is my NYX concealer. It's this big. It was about $3, which seems like a lot for something this tiny, but I don't have to use a lot of it. This is going to last me forever. I'm not sure if you can see, but it is a green color. It's supposed to be. I have dark under eye circles, and I have facial redness. It appears here, and sometimes on my nose. I can't cover it up with anything but this stuff. Green concealers are meant for that. They combat redness. You have to be really patient with the green concealers because you have to blend it very, very well. But it only takes about 2 minutes to blend it in. And if you don't even have 2 minutes to spend on your makeup, you woke up way too late and you're going to have to deal with it. You know you blended it incorrectly if you look like you tried to do the Lou Ferrigno Hulk makeup and failed at it. When I'm done with that, I use my L'Oreal Magic Lumi highlighter, also for the under eye circles and anywhere that I have a blemish, because it just brightens everything up. And it was under $5, which is not bad because you don't have to use a lot of this. Only problem is it's one of these. And at first I was twisting and twisting and nothing would come out. But then it eventually did, and it just kind of gushes out the top. So you have to be really, really careful when you're twisting the bottom and getting the makeup out. These two I recommend very highly for anyone who has acne scars, or any facial redness, because when they work together, you cannot tell where on my face I have blemishes at all. The next product that I use over the concealers is my Revlon Photo Ready Foundation in 001 Ivory. So you just end up getting this tiny amount, which is all you need. It doesn't come off heavy at all. I hate when I get foundation and it's super, super heavy because I just feel like I'm wearing a weird mask all day long. And they have a ton of shades. So I highly recommend this as well as the other two. Now for powder. I know not everyone uses powder, but I do because I have oily skin and I do not like feeling or looking shiny or greasy. And that's one of my biggest problems with the cheaper brands of face powder. They usually either look cakey, or they're really, really heavy, or they tend to melt and get those blotches all over your face. L'Oreal came out with their True Match powders. This is the first time I found a powder in the drugstore that had a pink tint to it. I don't know if you can see it because it's down to the pan now, but it is a very soft pink hue. And there are so many shades of this powder, it's ridiculous. So I got my brush and I put just the tiniest bit on. It doesn't last all day, but I usually only need one reapplication in late afternoon, and when I reapply it, it does not come off cakey at all. This was around $10, which is a little pricier than the other products, but the fact that a little goes a long way and you only need to retouch it like one time during the day is really not that bad. Next are my CoverGirl Flamed Out Eye Pencils. These are the fat pencils, not the little tiny ones. There's a very soft baby pink here, and it basically looks just like the cap, if you can see. They're very soft colors. You can see they don't look like these harsh brown tones. One of the nicest things about these is that it's very fast to put them on. They are not like some of the big crayons that are really sticky and chunks break off and you can't get it to do what you want. These glide on extremely easily and they stay on all day. They have not creased at all like a regular powder eyeshadow, and they're great for if you're trying to just hurry and run out the door. I think these were around $4, which is really not that bad. Next is my Rimmel London Special Eyes eyeliner pencil. I prefer pencil liners to liquid for the most part because they're a lot easier to control, I find. This is a brown one. It's just a nice kohl eyeliner. Out of the drugstore brands, I think that Rimmel does the nicest eyeliner pencils because they just glide right on and they don't do that awful bleeding effect. If you use liquid liners, you definitely know what I'm talking about. When you try to form a line and it has all those fuzzy bits on the end of it. I also have a gray one and I have a blue one. The blue one is the darkest of the three. And even it only comes out kind of like a blue jean color, like what you wear on your bottoms. This one was around, $3-4, and they last me forever. Last but not least, I heard so many YouTubers raving about this lipstick, and I just finally got curious enough to go ahead and try it. It's the Kate Moss line of Rimmel lipsticks. This one is number 104, and what you see is what you get. It looks exactly like it does on my lips, and it looks exactly like what's on the bottom of the tube. I hate when I look at these lipsticks in the store, if I can open them, and I go, oh, that's such a pretty color. Then it goes on much darker than that, or it goes on too light. And the other big issue with drugstore lipsticks tends to be that they're very sticky when you're putting them on. You're just like, I can't get it, and then you end up getting Joker face or something. It goes all the way up to the sky, and you do not want that. What's nice about this is, as you can see, it gives you a nice matte finish with just a tiny bit of a shine. So if you like matte finishes, this is probably the best lipstick you can get. This one was only a few dollars. It's definitely not as expensive as it looks. It looks like it's going to be really expensive, and it's not. I applied this one this morning. I haven't had to reapply it at all, even after eating and drinking out of water bottles, which is fantastic. And it does not feel like I have lipstick. It hasn't flaked at all. It hasn't smeared. I have had no problems with it. I'm definitely buying more of these, and I suggest that if you love lipstick and not lip gloss, you get the Kate Mosses while they're there. Just grab as many as you can. I really hope this review has helped some of you, because whether or not you buy the exact shades that I did, the brands are really good. Just don't get a $1 eyeliner and stuff, guys. Please don't do that to yourselves. If you liked the video, make sure to comment and subscribe. The 50th subscription to my YouTube channel is going to get an Urban Decay Naked Basics palette absolutely free. I'll ship it anywhere in the world.